Hello and welcome back to Money Wisdom with Angie, your place for clear, calm financial advice for every stage of life, especially in retirement. Today I'm bringing you hot off the press advice as the UK financial landscape is shifting with falling interest rates and cost of living shifts. This is your chance to get ahead of the Chancellor's upcoming Mansion House speech on the 15th of July 2025. And today I'll tell you the actions to take before that date to protect your retirement lifestyle. Keep more of your income and enjoy peace of mind. We're seeing a lot of potential changes. There's talk of the government capping how much you can save in cash ISAs each year, possibly limiting it to £5,000 instead of the £20,000 we can use now. Quite a shift downwards. Rachel Reeves is likely to do this to encourage us to invest more. It is expected the Chancellor will unveil the measure in her Mansion House speech, which, as I said, takes place on July the 15th. The Mansion House speech, by the way, is traditionally where the Chancellor outlines direction for tax, pensions and ISA policies, hints on interest rate expectations and gives us early signals about autumn budget measures. So, Rachel Reeves' first Mansion House speech as Chancellor is expected to, number 1, confirm or adjust ISA changes. Number 2, discuss pension reforms such as lifetime allowance policy and consolidation changes. And number 3, give signals on investment climate, green bonds and fiscal priorities. This first major speech as Chancellor will set Labour's economic and fiscal tone. Interest rates, you see, are likely to come down later this year, meaning those higher savings rates we've enjoyed might disappear. Energy prices are finally dropping, which is a small but welcome relief. And there's discussion around scrapping the 0.5% stamp duty on UK share purchases, which could make investing for dividend income a little cheaper. And if you take small practical steps now, it will help you stay in control rather than scrambling to adjust when these changes do arrive. Changes such as possible future tax changes on capital gains, ISAs, pensions or inheritance tax. They could well be set in motion. And the Mansion House speech typically announces direction, not immediate legislation, so no need to panic, and changes are not expected to take effect overnight. But it is wise to prepare now to act if needed, and there are many things that you can do before the 15th of July. First off, let's look at changes anticipated to the ISA contributions. The Financial Times has cited government officials confirming the Chancellor would lower the allowance in what will be the first major alteration of ISA limits since 2017-18. At the moment, you can save up to £20,000 a year into ISAs, shielding your money from tax. If the government decides to cap ISAs at £5,000, your ability to shelter savings will be reduced. So if you have cash sitting in a low interest savings account and you're under your ISA limit, now could be the time to top up your ISA before any changes come in. Even if you like the security of cash, consider splitting your contributions, keeping some in a cash ISA for safety and some in a stocks and shares ISA for inflation-beating growth. For example, If you have £15,000 sitting in a standard savings account, moving it into your ISA now could save hundreds of pounds in tax over the years, especially if interest rates fall, which they're well expected to do. Just a small thing to bear in mind, officials have added that talks over the final figure were still ongoing. Let me now list in detail the actions you should take before the 15th of July to be prepared. Number 1, check how much ISA allowance, £20,000 for 25-26, you have used. If you have excess cash, do consider topping up your ISA to protect gains from tax, especially if capital gains tax changes are hinted at. And if you planned a stocks and shares ISA, transfer or top up and get documents ready. Number 2, review capital gains positions. List your assets with significant unrealised gains. These are shares, funds, second properties and the like. Consider your capital gains CGT allowance. It's £3,000 for 2025-26. If hints of higher CGT rates arise, you may decide to crystallise your gains, but do not rush before real policy is announced. Just get things ready. Number 3, check your pension planning. Have a good review of your contributions and how much annual allowance you have used. If Labour signals pension tax relief reforms, it will take time, but you may wish to accelerate plans later. So ensure your beneficiary nominations are up to date. Number 4, review inheritance tax, that's IHT planning. Review your will and gifting strategy. If hints of tightening IHT or introducing wealth tax occur, you will have time, but having your paperwork ready makes decision making easier. Consider a gifting while living strategy if it aligns with your wishes. Number 5, cash and fixed term deposits. Interest rates may edge down under Labour's growth push. Check your emergency fund is in a competitive account. Consider locking in part of your cash into fixed term or notice accounts if suitable, but retain liquidity. Number 6, organise your financial paperwork. And these are to do with your ISA, pension and investment account details, latest bank and savings account statements, details of your assets with unrealised gains, and your current will and power of attorney documents. Having these ready allows fast, calm decision making if changes do affect you. Number 7, do keep calm and watch carefully. Don't rush to take drastic action based on headlines. Just prepare as I've outlined. Why not set up a trusted news alert, e.g. BBC or FT Financial Times Advisor, to monitor the speech outcomes on the 15th of July? And it would be wise to plan a follow-up review with your financial advisor if changes are relevant. Talk about savings rates. Right now, some fixed rate accounts are offering 4 to 5%. But if the Bank of England cuts rates, those deals could disappear quickly. Take a look at what your savings are earning. If you have a large sum in an easy access account paying 2%, you might find a 1 or 2 year fixed rate account offering double that. It's about balance, keeping your emergency fund accessible while making sure the rest of your money is working harder for you. And to give you a practical example, £30,000 earning 4.5% will bring in around £1,350 a year, while at 2% you'd only get £600. That's a significant difference, especially in retirement when every pound counts. Now let's look at energy bills, because they're another area to review. From October, the energy price cap is set to fall by about 7%. Now is a good time to check what tariff you're on and avoid locking yourself into a fixed rate deal that's more expensive than the new cap. Any savings here can be reallocated to your emergency fund, your ISA, or to help with other rising costs. If your bill drops by just £12 a month, that's £144 a year back in your pocket, which you could use to top up your savings or enjoy a little more breathing room. There is discussion around scrapping the 0.5% stamp duty on UK share purchases, which would reduce the cost of investing for income. If you're considering adding dividend-paying shares or income funds to your portfolio, now is a good time to start researching companies and funds that align with your goals. This could be well-established dividend payers like National Grid, or an equity income fund that spreads risk while generating regular income. For context, on a £10,000 share purchase, you currently pay £50 in stamp duty. If this cost is scrapped, it's a direct saving you can reinvest. Alongside these financial shifts, now is a perfect moment to refresh your budget and cash flow plan. But prices are stabilising in some areas, but food and services remain high. So check your income streams, state pension, any private pensions, ISAs or dividends, and align them with your current living costs. Revisit your emergency fund and ensure it still covers 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Very wise planning. And plan your upcoming expenditure. For example, think about car servicing, dental appointments and holidays, so you don't find yourself dipping into investments unexpectedly and potentially locking in losses during market fluctuations. Above all, stay calm and steady. Financial headlines can create unnecessary panic. The truth is, for most retirees, slow and steady wins the race. Avoid rushing big investment decisions. If you're considering moving a large sum or making a significant change, take a day to pause and think. You might even want to run it by a financial advisor to be certain it's right for your situation. The most powerful actions you could take now are often the simplest. Sensible budgeting, a balanced approach to saving and investments, and focusing on your health and well-being so you can enjoy your retirement fully. That's what matters most. Before we wrap up, let's recap the action you can take now before the 15th of July. In summary, there are 9 steps that you can take. Use ISA allowance if planned. Top up your ISA before any potential caps come in, particularly if you're under the £20,000 limit. List assets with large gains. Review pension contributions. Check your will and IHT plans. Ensure your cash earns decent interest. Consider locking in higher savings rates before interest rates drop. Start preparing to invest in dividend-paying UK shares if the stamp duty is scrapped. And review your energy tariff and prepare to benefit from the upcoming price cap reduction. The last two are refresh your budget and cash flow so you remain in control as prices shift. And finally, organise that paperwork for quick decisions. Organise it the way I advised you and you'll be fine. Do you know, these small, proactive but excellent steps will help you stay in a strong position, protect your retirement lifestyle and give you peace of mind, no matter what changes come next. If you found this helpful, do subscribe for my next hot off the press video. I never know when they're going to be made because I make them on the day when something important like this is forecast. Perhaps you'd like to give this video a thumbs up for me. And as I say, subscribe for clear, calm financial guidance through your retirement. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Are you planning to top up your ISA? Or have you found better savings rates recently? And how are you managing your budget with the changes in energy prices and living costs? Thank you for spending time with me today. Remember, you deserve a retirement that is financially secure and joyful. And taking small steps now can make a world of difference for your future. See you in the next video.